Hi, this is Dr. Martina, your online sex therapist and your sexuality expert. How do I get more present during sex? This is a very popular question right now because our minds are full, we're disconnected from our bodies, there's a lot of other things going on in this world for everybody. So it's a popular question. I'm going to ask you now, how do you become more present when you eat your meal? You know, it's about the obsessive thinking, and it's about being disassociated from your body. So how do we overcome that? Well, the obsessive thinking is something that we would have to attack first. So when you're planning to have sex or you're in process of having sex and you realize that you're not present, that's obviously the first thing you need to do. You need to realize it. And you realize you're not present, then you need to just make sure you check in with your mind and you see, okay, what kind of thoughts do I have up there? What am I obsessively thinking about? Usually there's anxiety involved, there's judgment involved. And that, of course, disassociates you from your body and you can't feel. So going after those thoughts is really, there's only one way to do that, and that is with a breath. Well, more than one breath, but is with deep breath. So I'm going to show you how to do that. My breaths are a little weak right now because I'm indoors. It's 108 outside. I don't have air conditioning, and I'm indoors because the air quality here in California is terrible. So forgive me if I'm struggling with my breath, but when you're obsessively thinking, you most likely will struggle with your breath too. So what you do is you just, count to 4 or 5 on your in-breath and count to 4 or 5 on your out-breath. So let me do that with you. We'll go. If it helps really to connect and anchor with your breath, you may want to think about your nose, where the breath, and notice the air that's coming in. You may want to put your hand on your stomach and see it rise. When you go through your out breath, make sure you just keep quietly tell you, and let go, and let go, and let go. Okay, let's do this together. And letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Now you may want to do this with your partner. Becoming aware that you're not present is really an honest reality. And you want to share that with your partner. So maybe the partner feels the same way and you can do it together. You can say, okay, let's just stop the obsessive thinking and let's get our breaths together going. And you can do this for 5 minutes, you can do this for 10 minutes, however long it takes for you to be calm. You will not be able to stop the thoughts, but you'll be able to stop them from raising and taking over. The second thing is to be grounded, to be connected with your body. And there's 2 ways to do that. First, you ground yourself with your surroundings. If you're lying in bed, put your hands out and touch the sheets and let your senses tell you where you are. Let your senses bring you into your presence. So go after the touch of the sheets, and maybe you want to look at your partner. He or she is next to you or on top of you, or see what's behind you. Just familiarize yourself with your surrounding, and that will help you be more present with your body. And then the second thing to do is just scan your body, and with normally breathing, but consciously and calmly breathing with the same amount of in-breath and out-breath, and check in with your body, check in with your shoulders, see if there's any tension that you may want to let go, and then check in with your neck. And drop and see if you can drop it even more. Your shoulders, make them soft. Check in with your heart. You may want to put your hand on your heart and really feel it. You may want to smile, put a soft smile in your mouth, in your corners of your mouth. Maybe you want to put a soft smile in your eyes. It all helps really bringing yourself centered and shutting out the world that is trying to take over and take you away from the realization or from the experience of being sexual. Then you want to go further down in your stomach, put your hand on your stomach and check in to see if your stomach is soft or if there's something tense in there. Investigate. This is your body, that you're asking your body to be there for you sexually. You have to be there for your body with your mental attention. So check in. And checking in your hips too is very important. I've noticed the other day when I meditate, I have a wonderful meditation bench, but I realize, when I do my scanning that I have a lot of tension in my pelvic floor, and that's not good, especially not for sexual and sensual pleasure. So make sure you check in with your hips, your pelvic floor, and let go on your out breaths to say, let go, letting go, letting go. Guide yourself through that. And if you think you're ready and you're present enough to actually dive into your sexual experience or exchange or whatever it is that you have planned, put your hand on your crotch and just let it sit there. Have your partner do the same thing, so you both are checking in with your own body, and do your breath and scan it there and see if there's something you need to let go, because that is pretty close to your pelvic floor, so maybe you find some tension there. And then when you breathe out, connect with what your hand is feeling. Are you feeling the pubic hair? Are you feeling the penis? Are you feeling the vagina? What is it that you're feeling? And then you take a couple breaths in that and ground yourself with your genitals. And then do it again and say, okay, what are my genitals feeling? Are my genitals feeling my hand? Are they feeling the touch? So this could take 5 minutes if you're in a hurry. Well, then it won't take 5 minutes, it will take 20 minutes. But if you're actually already quite present, this could take as little as 5 minutes. It could take half an hour. It could also be that you may never get to the point where you want to have sex, because you're just comfortable being in and checking in with your body. So that is also possible. But to be present doesn't mean that you don't like being what you are. It actually means to be present, to feel what's there, whatever it is, and let go if it's something you want to let go, or nourish and enhance if it's something you find like arousal. So those are the things that you can do to be more present. Thank you for your attention, and be kind to yourself and people around you. I'll see you next week.